Man, he falls pretty hard for a rock. Hey, we got credit for it. Interesting. Oh, you did? Okay. I'm like really curious what you thought the lyrics to Dragon Song were. You said you were mishearing them. I don't even remember what I thought they were before I looked them up, but sometimes they are really hard to understand. You're back. Gods, what a relief. Oh. Oh no, Gabu! I'm sorry. Ah, there she is. Did I not tell you she would return safe and sound? The deed is done then. Titan is no more. Uh-huh. Good. There's been enough tragedy this day. He's been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He's almost certainly still in shock. But we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the Primal's influence. Should that prove to be the case, he must be put to death, like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance policy, yes? You have the right of it. But we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Ysao's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. Poor Gabu! Wanna help him? I know what happened. Gods help me, I was there. But the thought that we might have to... Seven hells, he's just a child! There's naught to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control. Much less one we may never even... much less one which may never even come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters. Informing Commander Boeden of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? Where were the Warriors of Darkness, though? I thought their entire plan was basically to cut down the primals. Interesting they didn't show up this time. Ah, you're a sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst, but they said you had matters well in hand. Titan's gone. All settled then, is it? I'm glad to hear it. But not half as glad as my men'll be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal. There ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong. We were all prepared to do our part. But we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that. Which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you lot have places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. Okay. Sure, guess we'll stay. Roasted fish party. Take what you can get out in these parts, I guess. Oh, the sky's so pretty. Oh, that's really pretty.
Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences, yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness,
She's being
I
so
was
open.
disappointed.
Surprised.
I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. But when Grandfather revealed the whole truth of the calamity to us, I finally understood. And I resolved there and then to continue his legacy in my own way. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing.
That's a lot of words to remember.
We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger, of you.
I like her new outfit.
Oh, pray
Celestia
forgive
just
me.
sitting there.
This conversation has
Not
been
said a
rather
single thing.
one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
Sure. Oh. You sail. Ooh, that's a tough choice. Should we talk about her brother? Or should we talk about Estinian and Isael? Yes, she actually has feelings? That's crazy. Do you have a preference? I think I'm gonna go with Estinian and Isael, if not. So many adventures. Okay. Traveled far and wide with 2 companions. Estinian and Isael, who were very dramatic.
Gods! They must have been at each other's throats from dawn till dusk. I dare say you managed to keep the peace, though. Merely being in the presence of the Warrior of Light is surely enough to shame anyone into behaving.
I don't know about that.
The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on. For the sake of those we hold dear.
Oh. Oh, Alfie. Come join us. He's like, I'm not getting involved in that. Going back and eating that grilled fish. Oh. Warriors of Darkness. The outside Oda. That is not anywhere near us. Okay. They just give up on Titan?
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the mother?
Masked man. Bro,
Every
that's...
tool has its purpose.
Urianger, what are you talking
Even
about?
this. Well, what is it?
Oh, that's probably outside the Waking
Seeds sown in
Sands.
Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither.
He
Alas,
beat you again.
Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
Where is
That we are
the
to
old
proceed
Elibus?
as he did first set forth.
What's he up
Well,
to
that's
all this
easy for
time?
him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Okay then.
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts. And thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Okay, bro, that's definitely him. They're like
Pray
not
do
even keeping
mistake
it
mine
secret.
intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Ascians alone.
Does
Let
that
thine
mean?
own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
Did he just say to kill us? It's a lot of words.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence.
Okay, come
The
on.
words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Okay, actually 100% confirmed. We got that nice Elise scene just so they could throw that line back at us like 30 seconds later.
Very well. Draw her out. We'll make it quick.
Oh no!
It shall be done.
I guess we're fighting. Urianger, why?
What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains
Forgot about
steadfast,
Moonbreeder.
so too shall I.
She would be so disappointed in you. I mean, maybe. That was a solo monologue there, though. That did not sound like he was trying to play them. I mean, I think he probably does have his own motivations. I don't think he's just like, yeah, I'm working with you guys now, but I don't know that he's like just playing double agent to try to help us. Maybe. I hope so. What host, Lestia? I trust you had a good night's rest. Bro, it's 3:10 in the morning. What are you talking about? It's still nighttime. Why are we even awake? I was but this moment speaking with Thencred and Yastrola via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Why does nobody sleep in this world? Right. Yeah, apparently you went to bed at like 4 p.m. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had once borne Isgardian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Amric believes that it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found. We shall have to wait and see. I forgot about the Ishgard side of things. Who from Ishgard would be leaking crystals to the beast tribes? I feel like we've dealt with all the, like, heretics and stuff. Huh. Okay. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they too are flush with Ishgardian crystals. With that in mind, I suggest we pay Urianger another... Wait. Where's Alice? She was here a moment ago. Skaboo. They go for another walk? Oh, they're just here. Alpha, no, you worry too much. It's nice of her to stay with them all this time. She really cares for him. Ah, let me guess. It's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If there's any consolation, I've already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Blodine. Something tells me you are not solely here out of concern of his welfare. But, to answer your question, there's been no change. He will not speak or eat. Not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance. Till he comes back to us. Till we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, and nor will Maelstrom command. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. Should never have been made to. And I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there's nothing I can say or do. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them. And never, ever forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them. And you, Alice. Thank you. Oh. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A thousand times over, I, there will be a reckoning. Yeah. Let's get 'em. Return to the waking sands. Oh boy. I'm a little worried. What's gonna happen? Where are we even at? Are we still in 3.4? Do you need to take a break? Are you good to keep going? Sorry, I've just been kind of in the zone. Nope. Dang, we're only like halfway through 3.4. This is really going. Alright. I don't remember any of this. Actually, that's not true. I remember some parts of it, but like the specific details. I think I really just like zoned out after 3.3. It's just too emotional for me. Took me till like the beginning of Stormblood to really start paying attention again. I think like the exact same thing happened actually. I think I finished 3.3 and then I just got in a zone like this and it was just so easy to keep going that I like went through all of 3.4, 3.5 and started Stormblood in like one Saturday. So I just all left my mind. We've heard the glad tidings from Ogamoro, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. It was by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weighs heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Garen oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the Warriors of Darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times have they succeeded. Then of 3 and 6, then of 3. I can't read numbers. 63 and 10. Okay, I got this. Then of 10 and 3, only 6 worlds remain. Sorry, I was trying to do like math in my head and thinking about something, and then yeah, there were just numbers everywhere. Just things started coming out. And Luna's being way too cute. So I keep slouching a little bit. Maybe I'll point down. There we go. Aren't you? Yeah. Wait, 7 times 7. Okay. So this confirms some of what we were talking about yesterday, right? That basically each umbral calamity destroyed one of the reflections. So yeah, 7. There've been 7. There are 13 reflections. So 6 remain, and one of them is the Warriors of Darkness world. So there are only 5 others beyond that. Okay. Cool. Aye. All is as Lady Minfilia spake unto thee. As for what becometh of these reflections when they in the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul sundreth to her call, to flow into the endless sea, there to endure as one in none. Okay. I need to read that again. Frail flesh undone in umbral fires, flesh undone in the calamities, surrender to her call. Heidelins, presumably. to flow into the endless sea, there to endure as one and none. So they all end up back in the source here in the ethereal sea. Again, to what end? I'm so confused. They are to endure as one and none. What does that mean? Endure as one and none. They're all joined? Okay. Then if the warriors of darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, aye. The verse speaketh of the renunciation of the flesh, and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative. For if the first were to fall to transcendent light in the manner the warriors of darkness described, it would give way unto a void wherein none may know either life nor death. Oh, that's terrifying. So we just have another void, but it would be light instead of shadow like the one we're already dealing with? Oh. Okay. I mean, that seems like a problem. We've got a lot of those right now. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew, saved. Such, at least, is their belief, I surmise. If that is true, then... gods... no one should ever have to make such a choice. That is terrible. No. Where are you going? Okay. Bye. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. Never mind. She just wanted me to tell her I was gonna miss her, I guess. We're back in the lap. This cat, I can't. Girl, what are you doing? Need to... Okay. Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. 'Twould seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegans? Strange. And you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes. Uh-oh. Alamigo! I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. And lest thou wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Ascians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Rhalgar. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Elaine Roel's network of spies. Surely you jest. And yet, it's not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Ascians, assuming they even know or care who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me. You must seek out the resistance group which received the crystals without delay. Celestia, Alice, will you come with me to Little Alamigo? Uh-huh. Uh-oh, that look again. Okay. Yes, of course. Should like to hear what they have to say for themselves, firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. I feel like we're about to find out if it's a trap or not. I like this little team we have. We're just going on the little adventure with Alphino and Alice, eh? Just everyone else doing their own thing, I guess. Alphino, Alice, Celestia, are you three listening? Good. I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the employ of, and I hope you are sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them, and the crystals too. What few remained, regrettably, it would seem they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. It was bound for Little Alamigo, we are told, and where it will be received by members of the local resistance group. Since Sir Amric's men no longer have need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. As do we, by happy coincidence. We learned of the shipments but a few moments ago. Ha! And there I was, thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and her little helpers. Thancred called them little. And I can't see. Girl, you are restless all of a sudden. Ah, wait a moment. There is more, and I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. Let me guess, we already know whatever he's about to say as well. Oh, poor Thancred. He's trying so hard. The leader of this guardian smugglers was formerly in the employ of one Ellen Roel, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred? With whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers? No one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Gistrola next. But is there someone else you would have me notify first? No. There isn't. Why does she not say something to him or to us? I don't like it. Too many secrets. What in the world has gotten into her? It's twice now we have sought Urianger's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time at the Levier estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though, little Alamigo awaits. I'm sad. Still no sign of Thancred. I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It's been a long day. Did you have something to say? Urianger? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head. Now more than ever. Listen, Celestia, if anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I am prepared to do what must be done. Right then. To more pressing matters. Since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather in his absence. Let us pray that someone will be willing to speak with us about the Resistance. So, to review, we are reliably informed that members of the Alamigan Resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals, our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the resistance movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Celestia, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of the town? Alice and I will do the same in the west. And afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our findings. Anybody got crystals? Do you have crystals? Resistance. Damned if I know. It's not as if I'd be any use to them. Yeah, dude. I don't know what she's doing. She is crazy tonight. Does seem like she's keeping watch. I don't, maybe from Pele, but Pele is just on her side again. Wholly oblivious. Oh, nope. She's back on the move. What you doing? Girl, there's nothing there. No. Can't lay down there. Why do you want to lay down there? Is Pele in your spot? Is that the problem? You wanted to lay on the floor, but Pele's laying in your spot? If you set store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the mask's bedtime stories. This is our lot. It's time we got used to it. Who's the mask? Do you have any crystals? Ah, let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. Well, he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart. He's also inspired more than a few old Dons to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder. The Garleans won't stop till we're all under the yoke. Well, that's concerning. How about crystals? Do you have the crystals? I see you there. Going around asking questions. Looking for the Griffin in his lot, I'll bet. Seems they're the talk of little Alamego these days. Folk wondering what he's about. What he's got in store for the Garleans. What's under that mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face, what with all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire. That they'd send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. Well, did not help the Oh, I can't get out that way. Oh. Just ran face first into the wall. Did you guys even move? Okay. I suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. Griffin? Yep. This Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks. Yet despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them. Only that they are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamegan liberation is unrivaled. We can but hope their revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident that this is the group which received the crystal shipments. We yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicion. Mayhap enlist his help while I am about it. Given that you and Gundobald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took the lead, shall we? Have we found Ida and Papalimo yet? I feel like they were in Little Alamego at some point. We haven't found them, right? Okay. I wonder if maybe they're around here somewhere. Maybe they're the Griffin. Doesn't sound like it, but who knows these days? Naught would please me more than to be wrong about all of this. To hear people speak of him, the Griffin sounds like a man in his middle years. But if that's the case, just what has he been playing at for the past 2 decades? If he's so devoted to the cause, why has he waited until now to do something about it? Unless, of course, he hasn't. Gundobald! Much as it pleases me to see you again, Celestia, cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. The Griffin? I know of him, as do we all. He and his masks have become a leading faction within the Resistance. Though there was suspicion at first, given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. But I have not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions. And you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Karn. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. Whatever could be keeping him? He's taken the scenic route, leaving us to do all the hard work. I shall treat him to a piece of my mind. Oh no. Dude, I'm so paranoid right now. Did the Warriors of Darkness capture Thancred to lure us into a trap? 'Cause I kind of feel like that's what happened. Thancred is not... He's been pretty punctual lately. It's very unlike him to just not show up. Also, we have Link Pros. Why can't we not just call him? Whatever. Yeah, dude. This is a very sturdy wind-up Hildebrand. No doubt about that. He's still with us. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire.
I don't think that's Papalimo.
In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled.
Also not an Ascian, which was my other theory. At least doesn't seem to be. At least one we've already seen.
We left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains.
He doesn't have the, like, side beard, so I don't think it's Urianger.
The brave and true to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home.
Could be a Garlean.
We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean
replace the
Alliance
Black
will do
Wolf.
naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us. And they have murdered us. But no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands.
Oh man.
This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamigan standard raised over the mountains of Gir Arbania once more!
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
I love Alfie's commentary. We found them!
What are you two doing
I totally
here?
forgot we actually run into them here.
I
Yay!
could ask you the same thing.
Oh my gosh.
Well, this is quite the surprise.
Oh, I've missed Papa Limo.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel,
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
it is not strength,
Yeah, let's do that.
but strength.
Just randomly run into them. Right? It's been so long. Just casual. Oh, you guys are also at this crazy speech calling for a revolution. Papa Limo and Ida. Mayhap is my imagination, but you seem rather more rugged and world-weary than when last we spoke. Of all the places to meet, it has to be fate. I'll turn in the quest, then we'll call it for the night. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you, though it's pretty obvious you and Celestia would be fine. Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were, and distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. But if you truly believed that, forgive me. What exactly have you two been doing all this time? Repaying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Ul'dah, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right. They smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo, all at great risk to themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. When we learned of the Scion's exoneration, that Lolorito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and that General Ralbon had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact, but having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gather from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let the refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, We also heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Uh-huh. Curious. It is well known that we are no friends to Garlemald. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. I should say that the man you saw was not, in fact, the Griffin, but an impersonator, and a talented rabble-rouser to boot. It would not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man who has made every effort to conceal his true identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of all of it. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. Okay. Glad they were. I was gonna say it if they weren't. What? It's not as if I'm making all of you wear one. And mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the, to get a better sense of the man. For all the good it did. Okay, this is a long turn-in, sorry. And now you've heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Crystals! Primals! Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it. The Resistance would never even entertain such a ridiculous plan. But the Griffin... well, the man is an enigma. Cannot say with any confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The masks have made many claims of late. I confess I had assumed it to be mere bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it's not impossible that they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together. If anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed. That is, assuming you'll have us? Of course. Welcome back! Yay! We kind of found everyone. Little asterisk on Minfilia. But we know what happened to her. I think that's everyone,